Yo, what up, guys? This is the first ever podcast episode of Do You Mind? I have my special guest here named JGlizzy. Jay, you want to introduce yourself? Let the fans know what's going on?
What's good, y'all? I'm JGlizzy. I'm an artist from East Arlington, Texas. My Instagram is at it's JGlizzy, JGlizzy, man. Check it out, man. Folk me be blowing up this year, 2025 too.
You kind of been on a run lately, man. You've been dropping a lot of new music.
Bro, I've been grinding, bro. Like, people gotta hear me. Like, the more I feel like I'm in people's face, then I feel like that gives me more of an opportunity for people to, like, start tapping in. Like, they see me over and over, they hear me over and over, and that's just the opportunity to get new fans and stuff like that. So, gotta be
Speaking of
consistent.
that, speaking of that, man, I know you just did your first appearance, like a live appearance. How did that go? What was the process
Bro,
like, too?
okay, I'm gonna get like in depth of how that was. So basically, what happened was we got there and we got to the place. Then we came there, and it was like I was the first artist to actually show up there. So I got signed in first and everything. So we went to the back. It was a whole bunch of like things set up. There was like food and everything. So it kind of gave off like a club vibe, like a slam poetry type stuff, like a whole bunch of people in there and like that. Then we went to the back and there was just a whole bunch of like people set up with their weed and stuff like that, like selling weed, like
Okay,
but like legally on some stuff, like you know what I mean?
okay.
Like they had like the big they had like a whole bunch of different groups. They had like a whole bunch of different groups and we was checking that out. Then artists started coming up and then as more artists started coming up, there was people that came in and I was like I didn't know who they was. It was people that was coming in and I was thinking that were like artists and stuff, but they were just trying to be around music and stuff. So it was definitely a good environment to just be around music. But yeah, once that happened, the host, the host, she went on the stage and everything, and she was like, "Okay, who want to perform first?" Like basically like calling out who want to perform first, and nobody around was like nobody said anything. So I was like, "All right, let's do it." So I got up and I was the first one to go out there and perform. I'd already sent the DJ my songs and stuff, so I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. Like I was low key nervous. Like it was a lot of people at that point, and to go up and be first, I was like, I got to catch their attention. But I wanted to set the tone and everything, so I went up there first, and then I did one song. At first, initially, I was just gonna do one song. I wasn't even gonna do Family Guy, the video that I posted. I wasn't even gonna do that, but I did one song, and then they were turned up, like they were engaging with me. Like once I got up there, I wasn't nervous no more for real. They were engaging with me. Then when I was finna get off, they were like, "Nah, like one more song, like do another song." I was like, "Damn!" Like they're telling me to do another song is good because I had already sent the DJ two songs. So I was like, "All right, just run another song." And then I just turned up the second song, bro. And then I let everybody know my act. Got some networking done. Got my following went up a little bit. So it's definitely good to just be around music. Like it was a good environment. There were other artists in there that were great. Like they had great artists in there, a whole bunch of talent in there. People that you can see that's probably been performing for a while and stuff like that. Like I just like to be around music, and that was definitely a good experience. I'll be doing that a lot soon.
That was dope, bro, for sure. And you definitely set the tone because when I saw the video, I think like the first 5 to 10 seconds, it seemed pretty chill. You were just trying to get your
Yeah.
feet wet. Like, how am I gonna approach this? Like, you know what I mean? Because the first
Right.
line was about
Yeah.
to come up, and as soon as you started, man, it seemed like you were just energetic. You didn't look
Yeah.
nervous at all, bro. Like you looked like a natural performer, like straight up.
Bro, yeah. Yeah. I feel like as I go, like I'll progress and I'll get better and stuff. Like just moving around the stage and things like that. Like just like better stage presence or whatever. But I felt kind of comfortable. Like I felt like my energy was there. But as I go, I think it'll definitely be fun. Like I'm
You're
gonna
definitely
improve.
confident. You're
Yeah.
definitely confident. That's the one thing I noticed because like we talked before in the past, I've done music too, and I've done
Yeah.
a few shows. And the first show is always the most hardest show. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll tell you a little story. On my first show, bro, I was excited. I was like 16. I was like, okay, this is gonna be dope. Like I'm about to show everyone I'm not just some bedroom rapper. I actually
Yeah.
do this stuff, bro. My first show, I had an 8 Mile experience, bro. I froze up. I blew it,
Oh.
bro. On stage, bro. Like, and what happened was, I mean, this is probably an excuse end of the day, but I was on stage
Yeah.
and the DJ he was playing the music very distorted, and I couldn't
Hmm.
hear it because like where I'm on stage, like say I'm on stage right here, the setup was like right over there, like really close. So
Yeah.
I couldn't even hear myself. So the music's going and I can't hear my lyrics. I guess because of bad mixing too. So
Uh,
I'm trying to rap to it and I'm off the whole
Off
song.
beat, man.
So I just like BS it and I'm just trying to do ad libs and like do some hype stuff, and my cousin was performing with me, so she did her part, and then she caught her shit effortlessly. Like there was no delay, there was no nothing. So I was like,
Yeah.
man, I just messed that up. Like that was on
Mm.
me type stuff. So I remember that first show. I was like, damn, bro. Like I contemplated like giving up music forever after that. And I was like 16.
Yeah, 16. Oh, you're 16. Though. You got to think about
Yeah,
it. You're 16, bro. So it's definitely like a trial and error type thing. Like you're gonna have those experiences where you go in there, and people that perform like they've been like, oh yeah, like I've been performing for like 10 years, like. So it's just like people they've been used to that. They've been around that. So when you go up there, like I don't think you should have been like too hard on yourself or anything at that time. But you're
I was
16, you're
pissed.
young, bro. Like you're young, bro. Like that's how like I went up there and I was like super nervous, like incredibly nervous, like at first, but then it just went away. But nah, definitely 16. That's valid. Like that's not. Actually, speaking of that, somebody up there, like I'm no diss to him, no hate to him or whatever, but he went up
Okay, it's
there,
about to get crazy. Okay,
but
let's do this.
no diss to bro, but he went up there and like he completely forgot his lyrics. Like he was
Damn.
forgetting his lyrics, and then he was rapping and then like catching some parts, and then after a while he just forgot like the whole song, and it was just like damn because I was speaking to my uncle earlier that day, and he used to be an artist like when he was younger and stuff, and he used to be like, yeah, I used to go perform and guys were freezing up like forgetting their lyrics, and I was like, I don't think I could forget my lyrics just because like how often I listen to my music, like I just can't forget my lyrics. I couldn't imagine it, but he was like, that's what nerves do to you. So yeah, bro, that was
Speaking of
crazy.
that, do you write your music or do you just freestyle it?
Nah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when I can't write, I can't write. I do not write nothing. Like I don't write. I wrote one song. I have one song out that I wrote called "Losing Control," and I wrote that when I was like 18. But besides from that, I can't write. Like I feel like when I write, it takes away from my creative process. Like I'm a type of guy like I punch in my lyrics. So I'll say one thing and then I'll come back and say one thing like and I'll hear a beat and then I'll like go with the melody first or I'll go with like I'll hum to the beat or whatever. And then that's when I'll just come up with my lyrics or what I'm gonna say. Or it really just depends on how I feel. Like what first comes to mind, I wanna say what first comes to mind. Cause if not, then I'll write it down and I'll feel like, oh, I just let that thought pass by. So I I do not write anything.
Were you influenced by Lil Wayne by chance? Because I used to watch a documentary a lot when I was
Mm-hmm.
younger, and I used to see videos of Wayne in the studio, and he would not write nothing. He would do the
Yeah,
same process you just
true.
said, and other rappers would be in there like, I don't know how he does this, bro. Like, I
Yeah,
have to sit there. I gotta sit with the pen and paper. I gotta like
yeah.
listen to this
Nah,
beat
he's
for on
crazy,
repeat.
bro.
He just goes in there and just starts laying down hits, bro. Like, and Juice
Yeah,
WRLD did that
bro.
too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he ever wrote anything.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna lie. Wayne, like, nah, I definitely respect Wayne, and I mess with Wayne like heavy. I wouldn't say I was influenced by him because I just didn't like just sit up like in school, like just listening to Wayne like that. But artists I did listen to when I was younger that I feel like might have influenced me in music, like maybe I just don't realize it, but it was the music I was listening to that influenced like my sound. Like when I was in middle school, I used to listen to X a lot. So when I first started, I was more of his
Yeah.
sound, like when I first started, or like similar to his sound, and I switched it up. Then, uh, actually, 2022, really, Jace influenced me a lot. Jace, he influenced me like a crazy, like the beat, like just the beat selections. Like I used to watch like interviews of him and stuff like that, just to like pick up on things of his creative process and stuff like that. I used to watch him make songs, and then the little R&B side of me or whatever. I used to watch Brent. Like I used to look at a lot of Brent, uh, his interviews and stuff like that, and him in the studio. And yeah, no, there's a couple artists. There's a couple artists that I say that I have a little influence here and there from, but yeah.
Who are your top five rappers of all time then?
Ah.
Top five or top five to you, like the top
Okay, yeah,
five
yeah. I'm
people
gonna
that
say
in your
I'm gonna be real.
rotation.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. In my top five that I listen to, bro, and people might just be like, bro, like you don't know music or something, bro.
Aw, we always
But
get those.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Drake is up there, bro. I got Drake at the
People
Drake is
hate,
like my
man,
one,
but
bro.
can't lie about his numbers. You can't lie
It's
about his
just like,
influence.
bro, it's just like from my standpoint, I look at it like he's been making hits and like he's been making hits and songs that are been replay it over and over songs that is just like I don't know. He's just been doing that like my entire lifetime. So for my experience, my entire lifetime, Drake has always been like there. Like just like how LeBron, like basketball, my entire
Facts.
lifetime, LeBron has always been there. Drake has always been there. And I
Just
right,
letting you know. Just letting you know.
but yeah, like so I just feel like Drake got the one for me. Two, I don't even know. I don't even know like as far as the order, but some of my favorite artists, I got Drake. Oh my gosh, bro. This is hard. I don't want to say I don't because I don't want to forget.
Top five is definitely a hard thing to do when it comes to anything, because you don't want to leave someone out. Because in the
Yeah,
moment you're probably not thinking of it. It's a lot of pressure, especially when the whole internet's gonna watch what you're saying right now. They're like, JGlizzy said what? Nah,
bro,
boycott him, canceled,
bro, that's crazy.
unsubscribe.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I got Cole. I got Cole up there in middle school. I still listen to him to this day. Like songs I used to listen to in middle school. Like, and he really be talking about stuff
Facts,
like like For Your Eyes Only. That's one of my favorite songs. 2014 Forest Hill Drive. That's one of my favorite albums. Like,
bro.
every song,
I was a junior, I think, when Forest Hills Drive came out,
bro. That
and
album.
it had everyone in a chokehold, bro. No, I was a sophomore. And it had everyone in the chokehold, bro. We didn't
Yeah,
take J. Cole serious at all at one
yeah.
point. Like we knew him, but we're like, he
hmm
ain't all that special. And then Forest Hills Drive came out, and we're like, that's not Cole, bro. That's Jermaine
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
crazy. Yeah, because I just feel like for me, for like with me with my top five, it just comes for artists that I got up there. It just comes from also me and my childhood too, because in my childhood, like I was hearing that my like in 2012, my mom, I used to live in Houston around 2012. Like my mom, she used to bump Miguel and J Cole like all the time. So I'm growing up hearing that all the time. So when I get older enough to listen to music on my own, I'm listening to J Cole and I'm hearing 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Or in middle school, when I was in middle school, he dropped KOD, and I was listening to that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was listening to that like crazy. So yeah,
So we got Drake, we got
J
Cole, we
Cole.
got three more left.
Let me see.
It's a hard one, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Dang, I just gotta. I'm not even. I can't even like think of names. Throw some names out there so I can think of some artists that I got. Because as a recent, I'm gonna be real. Like the past couple, since I've been like really making music, I listen. It's hard. I listen to myself like a lot, but
You got to.
yeah,
That's the
like
only
I
way
just
to evaluate yourself and grow.
yeah. But let me see. Drake, Cole. I don't. I can't. People
For
might
for
say it's crazy. I can't say Kendrick, bro. I can't. I can't.
No, that's fine, because you come from a different generation. Like for context for the viewers, can you like tell yourself how old you are? That
Yeah,
way
I'm
they
20.
understand.
I'm 20 years old. 21 in December.
See, and I'm 27, so that
Yeah.
7 year gap is huge when it comes to music. It's a
Hell
big
yeah.
gap. I grew up in the middle of like what you're listening to and the old shit.
Mhm.
So it's like
Yeah.
our top fives are gonna be like completely different. But
Right.
for sure, Kendrick's I don't know. Like Kendrick's a weird subject because I feel like he's very, very good, but I think he's
Yeah.
also very overrated. I really do believe that.
My thing with Kendrick is like Kendrick. He's real good and he has real good music. And he's a really good rapper, but the Kendrick that blows and the Kendrick that everybody knows be the Kendrick that's trying, like he's trying to make music for them, but it's just like I don't know how to explain it. Like he's trying to make the mainstream. I don't like when he does the like the baby voice, like the high voice. I
Yeah.
don't like that. I do not like that Kendrick. Like, I like the Kendrick like when he's actually rapping. Like I
Good
don't
Kid,
know.
Mad City, maybe
Yeah,
the Damn
bro.
album,
I
maybe.
yeah, he got some hits on there. Like even that, like I don't know, and it's just, and then he disappears for so long too. Is I don't know, bro.
He hasn't had the chance to give himself a bad album. I will say that
Yeah.
last album he dropped, I listened to it top to bottom, right? And as
hmm
a rap album, he's rapping his ass off. It's real shit he's
Yeah.
talking about, but it's one of those albums that personally I will never play again. It was like one
Yeah.
time listen.
Yeah. Like replay value.
And then Drake, I mean, people say Drake got bodied. I agree. I think Kendrick out rapped the fuck out of him. But I will say that when it comes to Drake's music, you can replay that forever. That's gonna be something
Yeah.
you will always play forever. It has longevity.
Yeah.
Kendrick's like a rapper that you're gonna hear in the books one day, or your grandpa's gonna say something about it, and you're gonna be
hmm
like, eh. That's not something
Yeah.
I put in my rotation a lot. You ain't gonna go to club listening to Kendrick, bro.
Yeah,
Unless it's
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
unless it's
saying,
Good Kid,
bro.
Mad City type shit. But
Yeah,
even at
bro.
that, we're in 2024. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not. I can't, bro. Damn, I'm trying to think, bro. I might throw some non-rap artists in there, bro. Cause
Or just top 5 artists in general.
top five. Okay, top five artists. Top five artists. We gonna have to have Michael Jackson at the one. Michael Jackson at the
Facts.
one. Cause Michael Jackson, he had like everybody. He could go everywhere and everybody knew who he was. Like
Didn't
he didn't
matter
even
what
have
he
to be.
looked like.
Yeah, he didn't have to be performing. He didn't have to do any, like nothing. And he's just like, I heard he did 91 takes on a song just to get it perfect. Like
Yeah,
you didn't even have to. Like he was very specific. So
I
Michael
heard he beat
Jackson.
Tupac's ass. That's crazy.
that
I don't know how
would be
true that
crazy.
is.
Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be nuts.
Apparently, TikTok says he has hands, so I don't know.
MJ
I'm
with
not
the
really sure.
MJ on MJ crime, bro.
So Mike Jackson's valid. Can't beat that.
Yeah, Mike
Who are
Jackson.
the next four?
Okay, no order, no order.
No
I
genre,
got
no order, just
no John.
five
Yeah, I'm
artists.
just gonna say five artists. Okay, we got Drake, we got J Cole, we got
You're putting Cole up there with Michael?
not up there with Michael, not Michael. I'm just saying like as artists, like he's still in the rapper, he's still in the rapper artist. Mm,
Homie's thinking for his life
it's
right
like
now.
I'm forgetting artists, bro.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's been a lot of music these days. It's hard to remember everybody.
Mm,
Homeboys fighting.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I can't
For
think.
for me, when it comes to rappers, I would have to put, for me personally, because I grew up in this era, Wayne has to be in there. Ain't no
Oh,
doubt
yeah,
about that
yeah,
shit.
Wayne's up there. Wayne's up there.
Cause
He just
that
be.
dude was on every song. He was on every feature. He ran the 2000s, bro.
Yeah,
Can't even talk about 2000s music without Wayne being in there.
yeah,
And Drake has to be in there because he ran like the 2010s, bro. Like
yeah.
I didn't even like Drake when he first came out. I thought he was weird. I thought he was gay too. I didn't
Yeah,
like him
because
at
the
all.
singing. I remember there was like people used to. I remember that
It's
people
kind of
didn't.
like
I
the
was,
Bieber syndrome. Like you end up growing up like, damn,
right.
he was kind of it. Just didn't want to admit
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So it has to be Wayne. Has to be Drake. I have to put. People are gonna say this is crazy, but I have to put Biggie over Pac on this shit because Tupac, when it came to rapping, he was not a lyrical rapper at all. Like he
yeah.
didn't really have wordplay. He rhymed enemies and Hennessy 15 times on a track if he could. That's just how he was. But his impact as he spoke his lyrics, like it hit everybody a certain way.
Yeah.
Biggie though had lyricism, and most of his shit was off the top. Like he didn't even
Mm,
have to write that much. So I have to
yeah.
put Biggie up there. Um, number 4 is a difficult one. This might be a little crazy. I have to put Cube up there because I think Cube doesn't get the credit he deserves when it comes to his impact on the culture.
Yeah.
And he orchestrated the whole NWA movement on his own. He wrote all their lyrics mostly, at least
For real?
70%.
Actually,
Yeah, it's
I
actually
never knew that.
the other artists would say that he wrote all of Eazy-E's music, and then he wrote, well, until they had beef, of course. And then he wrote a lot of the lyrics for Dre and then everybody else, except for MC Ren. MC Ren was valid, but he didn't really have anything as a solo career. He was one of those guys that
Just
was
agree.
there. And number 5, for me personally, that's a tough one. Number 5. 5 is crazy. Damn, bro.
Exactly.
Who,
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to think. Like I know it's gonna
who,
come to me later.
when it comes to number 5, I would have to put. I think I would have to put Cole up there because I feel like Cole's very underrated. Because when it's
Yeah.
time to rap, bro, he can rap his
He
fucking
can
ass
rap.
off.
He can rap. I don't know why people play him like he's not a rapper. I don't understand. Like he's not a good rapper, or he just be one of those people that's just throwing lyrics together, like big words together. He's not one of those rappers. Like he's actually talks. But I think it might at the same time it might be recency bias because that grippy stuff back.
I left out Eminem. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking about him. But
Eminem's kind of a weird thing because as a like he's like a wordsmith, bro. Like connects so many damn words together, like to a point where no one can fathom what the hell he's really saying.
Yeah.
It's just longevity wise, he's not there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then you can't really play him anywhere. Like you have to be in a certain mood to be listening to him. Like you
Yeah.
have to actually want to listen to rap to listen to
To
him.
listen in, yeah. That's
And then
facts.
maybe some gym music, but like yeah, like you just can't put Eminem on with your homies and shit and just vibe.
Yeah.
Like it just ain't that type of music.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my top five. I would have to say,
Yeah.
at least from my generation.
Yeah. I can go with top five right now. My top five right now. These are like,
Okay,
cause right now I'm not like a big. I'm not gonna say I'm just only listening to underground, but I'm not like a big mainstream like listener right now. Like I fuck with artists that have like a they have like a cool little fan base, like they're coming up and stuff like that, or even people that's there. But yeah, but I mess with Rocket. Like lately, there's this artist named Rocket, bro. Rocket, I listen to him a lot. Like he's probably at my number one right now. He's buzzing right now.
where's he from?
He from Atlanta, I think.
Atlanta
He's
makes a lot
hard.
of good artists, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, bro. Rocket, like I'm trying to think of people I listen to besides myself, bro. So Rocket, number two. Shh. uh, uh,
So basically, when you're listening to people, you kind of like you have tunnel vision for a little bit. Like you focus on certain artists.
yeah. Because a lot of the time I'm making so much music, I'm listening to my shit to remember what the fuck I
That's how
said.
Wayne is. You don't even know these new artists, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And it's not even on like no. Oh, I'm not trying to listen to other artists or stuff like. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Oh my gosh, Mike. Oh my gosh, because Rocket kind of took it because I ain't been listening to Mike like that. Mike was my favorite artist for like a long time. It's Mike on all caps. He be with Earl Sweatshirt and them. Like Mike is hard. Mike is like Mike is tough. So I got Mike, Rocket. Um, I'm still gonna put Jason there because Jason's just like. I don't know. Like he's been making like real good music for a while. He just hasn't he's blown, but he hasn't like skyrocketed and stuff because he had like snitch allegations and stuff like that. Allegedly he had snitch allegations, something like that. But
Hey man, after 6ix9ine, bro, I don't even blame nobody.
that was a whole just crazy time. Speaking of that,
How do you
that
feel about that? Because he was a Mexican, bro, and he was rolled up saying all this crazy shit, making crazy music, and
I'm
he
not
had the
gonna,
black community in a chokehold, bro. Like he was just like, people were like, I don't even want to like this dude, but I like him. I don't know what it was. He
bro.
was
I'm
just
not gonna
in your
lie, bro.
face.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was in seventh grade. I vividly remember he just was dropping stuff. And I don't lie, me and my friends, we were fucking with it.
It's like, should I not like this? Why do I like it?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
I was fucking with 6ix9ine when he was popping for a little bit, and it was just like the fact he was trolling so much, so that shit was funny as hell. He was breaking the whole internet though, so it was like,
Facts.
but then when you found out it was all fake and shit, but
Which
he actually supposedly, I don't know. He's tripping now. But
a lot of that shit is fake, bro, in the industry. A lot of people ain't
yeah.
who they say they are.
Yeah, it's like you can't go out there and do it and then like try to snitch on everybody. Like that's crazy. So
Bro,
after that, nobody really took him serious for real. I don't think
he ratted on everybody, bro. He got Jim
everybody.
Jones in trouble. He put out Cardi B in court.
Yeah,
He put out everybody, bro.
yeah. I think he
I,
making music now. Like
I peeped it recently. It's not bad. It's really
like
not bad.
I think he making different music though now. Like
He's trying to come back in the rap game. He's making more trap music, and then he's making a lot of Spanish songs too.
yeah, Spanish songs. Yeah. He's making
But
those.
he ain't gonna come back, bro.
I don't know,
He's
bro.
blackballed, bro. Like he ain't coming back ever.
Nah, bro. Yeah, he's cool. Bro.
Especially when he starts exposing the industry, they ain't gonna let him come up.
Not at all, bro.
Shit, speaking of exposing the industry, what do you feel about the whole Diddy thing, bro? That is crazy
No,
shit.
it's actually so crazy. Like for me, it's hard to fathom that it's a real thing because, well, I know I believe it's a real thing, but it's hard to fathom that it's actually happening in front of our eyes. Like this is some stuff you see on The Simpsons or on like a movie, like a dude with a whole bunch of power. Like he's basically like a different Jeffrey Epstein is looking like. The allegations is crazy, and I feel like for nothing to have happened for this long. there's no way nobody knew to do something for this long. Like it had to be they had to be trying to get evidence on him for a long time, I feel like. But it's just crazy he was doing shit like that. And they're gonna drop the names. They're gonna drop the names of them artists and them actors, all that was there too. And it's not gonna be good, bro.
Do you feel
Yep.
like everyone on that list is connected to what was going on at the parties, or do you feel like there's people who showed up that didn't know that after party shit was going on?
I feel like they knew that the after party shit was going on. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't feel like everybody went there. Not everybody may have went there, but you knew what was going on. Like you probably seen people. Like I've seen multiple interviews and stuff where they talking about, yeah, I was there and I just seen a random naked girl just walk through. Like you've seen some like some shit in there. So they weren't clueless. Man, I don't know. It's just crazy, bro.
That's what I think, because there's a clip of Denzel Washington. He said that he went to one Diddy party,
Hmm.
and he went there and left in the middle of it, and he said he was extremely pissed off from what he saw, and that he never went back again. But the thing is, I feel like once you're there and you show up and you saw what you saw, like you're basically held at gunpoint, bro. It's like if you say
Probably, yeah.
anything, you're gonna end up dead,
Yeah,
missing. You're gonna overdose on something. That's
yeah.
why I feel like Michael Jackson's death was bullshit. I feel like he
I
was
do too,
murdered,
bro.
bro.
I do
I feel
too.
like he was murdered.
I definitely do too. When I was growing up, like, bro, I remember when I actually found out. I found out about Michael Jackson when I was like 7 years old. At that point, I think he had already passed or whatever. But once I found out about who he was, I was just like hooked on bad. I was watching, uh, uh, this is it. I was watching documentaries and stuff. I was in my room dancing like it. And then I was like, oh, he died. My whole life, I don't think that I was. I don't think that was legit. Like I don't.
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro, I don't believe it was legit. And I seen some stuff. I don't know how valid it is, but I seen something where supposedly he wrote down and he said that they're trying to kill me or something like that or whatever. But I don't know. And
Have
supposedly
you
they say
heard
he died in the
the
hospital.
Have you heard the leaked phone call?
Yeah, yeah. Did he say that on the phone? He was like, they're trying
Said
to
they're
kill me.
coming
He
to
said
kill
that too.
me.
Yeah,
They want to
that's
take away my legacy. They want to hurt me. Da 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 da.
yeah,
He's
yeah. They
like,
said
I
something.
don't
They're trying to
care.
sell my catalog or something.
Yeah, because he had 52%, I think, of Sony's catalog. Like he owned the
Hmm.
rights to it, so he had more power over the company than the company
Yeah.
did. So they were like, nah, we need to get rid of him.
And didn't
And
they end up
then
selling his catalog?
I believe
Like
so.
recently, like the recent years.
I
That's
believe so.
crazy,
Yeah, Sony's connected to Diddy a lot. They do a lot of partnership deals. And then it came out that New York City, like the mayor and the police force were connected to Diddy the whole time. Like they were working together in cahoots with all this shit. So
bruh.
think about it, bro. If Diddy is California based and he's got the whole state of New York under him, corrupt as fuck, a whole state in fucking police department in the mayor. Just imagine what other shit he had that no one knew about. Because how could one man have control over that whole shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I heard some crazy stuff. Like that's nuts. Because you can't do that for that long under the police's eyes where they don't see nothing. Like they don't have no suspicions. And it's because he has so much money. So with money is with power. Like people are gonna do whatever for money. And I heard like speaking of Michael Jackson, I heard they did like an interview or something with Michael Jackson about him and the allegations on him and touching kids and stuff like that or whatever. He was like, nah, like no, I don't know why they asked me that or stuff like that. Like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Ask that about the man down the street. I mean, ask that to the man down the street or whatever. And at that time, he happened to live down the street
From Diddy.
from Diddy. Yeah, and then I don't know if this is true. It kind of sounds like fake, but they said that supposedly they found in Diddy house like there's like an underground, like it's like a
Tunnel.
tunnel or whatever, and it led to where Michael Jackson lived at that time.
I kind of believe
But
it because in New York they found all those tunnels with all the Jews hiding underneath.
yeah,
So it,
bro, that's nuts. That's
I
nuts.
believe
That's a
it.
real thing.
And then Kanye says the Jews run the whole industry and they
Yeah,
have the power over everything. So the fact that they found all those Jewish people in underneath the grounds of New York, and then New
and then
York's corrupt with Diddy, and then Diddy does what he's doing, it makes me believe Kanye wasn't fucking crazy at all. He was just saying
bruh.
some shit like people
Yeah,
needed to hear. Just I feel
in
like
some type
you
of
have to
way.
say it. You have to say it in a way where it's fact, but you sound a certain way. That way,
Yeah,
people don't believe you entirely. That
yeah,
way, you don't get killed. That's what I think
exactly.
Orlando
Like,
Brown's doing. I feel like
right.
he's saying his shit, but he's saying it so fucking weird that they're like, I don't take him serious.
Yeah, like saying it like he's crazy or something, or saying it like he's just talking, but really he's giving you bits and parts of what's really going on. Like, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey,
He
I
said it
seen videos.
years
He did
ago.
that a lot. Like they said, he did. I seen videos. He did that a lot. Like on the what was it, Saturday Night Live or Jimmy Kimmel show, something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
did the Illuminati thing.
And he was talking, and he was like this real, like it's real. But he was doing his little faces and shit like that, and they're thinking he's
Selling it.
joking, but he's real life telling you some shit. Like I don't know, bro.
You see that clip with Juice World where he put on his Instagram where he said he's selling his soul and it was like a whole demonic ritual he was doing?
He did.
Yeah, if you look it up, bro, he actually posted it on his Instagram. Like he said,
That's,
I'm selling my soul. Like he made it like a joke, like I'm doing it. And it was like on the beach, and there was this whole
I
ritual
remember. I
thing.
remember. I think I remember that, and that's when he started that 999 shit, didn't he? I think
Yep.
so. That's when he
And
started that
then
999 shit.
Ski Mask even said that X was trying to sacrifice him too in place of X, that way he wouldn't die, because that song "I Spoke to the Devil in Miami" that was an actual thing. Like he wasn't just
Yeah, I remember
lying.
that. Yeah, I remember
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
know if when he said I spoke to a Baphomet, he really meant like he saw a devil or a demon,
But
but
yeah,
he spoke to someone that gave him the deal to get him where he was, because he had the whole world in a chokehold, bro.
yeah,
Like it don't like if we're being real, X was a great artist, but he wasn't like anything that should have had the world the way it did at that time.
yeah. Now that I'm older, I still fuck with X heavy. Like, and just he was a big ass influence, and he was a big part of my life at one time. But like growing up, he was like now. I don't think really he would be as big as he would if he came out now. But
Yeah, because
that's
like in
no disrespect to
hindsight,
him.
he sounds like a lot of regular artists out here today. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's
That,
because of his
that's because the
influence.
influence, though. That's the thing, though. I believe that's probably because of his influence. So without him, there might have not. Without the whole the SoundCloud era, 2016, the first SoundCloud era, with the eggs, there was X, there was Trippy Red, we
Trippy
had
was the
Famous
shit.
Dex, Rich the Kid, that whole
Wi-Fi's
that
funeral.
yeah,
He was out there.
what's that? Little Skies, like the whole that whole thing. They influenced the
Bro,
sound now like
I had
crazy.
so much faith in Skies. Like if there was a stock market for rappers, bro, I had so much stock in Little Skies. He just, I don't know, bro. He just didn't pan out the way it should have.
I don't know, bro. Lil Xan,
Lil Xan had his little run, no pun
yeah,
intended.
bro.
Then he overdosed on hot Cheetos and went weird. I don't know. That's some white boy shit. I don't know about that.
Off the hot Cheetos, that's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
saw him on TikTok live like a few days ago. I was scrolling and he was just talking.
I see him on TikTok live like every other day now.
I mean, he's making money somehow. Fucking Kodak
Yeah,
Black was like one of the biggest ones too. I'm
yeah.
a
Oh yeah,
suburban
Kodak still
now.
be coming back here and there and dropping some, going viral and stuff. Kodak
I haven't
usually
heard
he gets
Kodak in
arrested and
so
shit.
long.
He be at parties and shit. He be
Last
dropping
I
shit on
heard, he did a song with 6ix9ine, and he was bragging that on his own, on the own song, he's like, "I paid this rat to pay me $1 million for this feature," type shit. And I was like, "That is crazy, fool. How you gonna
That's
pay
crazy.
Kodak $1 million for a feature? That don't even make sense,
Nah, but
bro."
like you gotta think though. Even if these artists might not be like the best sounding, like to you or whatever. These artists done already like solidified their status or whatever. He has like X amount of hits and he has this X amount of fan base. Like Kodak could go on the show and sell out a show because like he's Kodak. Like
That is
and
true.
so that's the thing. Like people are gonna pay him a whole bunch of money because they know like, oh, if Kodak get on my songs for sure gonna like Kodak's not gonna give like a bad feature, I don't think, or like he's gonna blow up. So these big artists that be falling off, they still be having their fan base, like they still have their like status and everything. So people
I
be
feel
willing to
that.
pay that bread. They be paying crazy amounts for features, like crazy. I've heard crazy amounts in the industry, like.
Speaking of which, who's your big feature that you're trying to look for in the future from an actual like solidified artist already?
Mm,
Like, who do you see yourself on a track with one day?
let me
That can
think, bro.
actually
I
happen.
used to think about this like all the time, bro.
Bro, I used to reach out like to actual
Yeah,
artists,
no, I used to too,
and
bro.
you'll get emails back. They'll give you the price.
Yeah, bro. I
It's
used
pretty
to.
crazy.
I say artists that I got to think about for the future, but artists that I used to want to do. I said his name like 3 times. Jace. I used to want to do with Jace. I used to want a song with Brent bad. Like I used to want a song with him like crazy. And now, bro, who can I see myself on a song? Oh, like when I'm on my my singing vibe and shit, bro. I come on a song with SZA, bro. I
Honestly
want a
though, you're
fucking song
singing
with SZA.
shit. You're singing shit's your lane, bro. Like that's
Shit,
what really pops with you. Like
bro.
your
I be
rapping's
fucking
cool. Like
with
don't
it,
get me
bro.
wrong, but your singing's what like I feel like
Yeah.
if you mix your rap with your singing, like the way Drake did when he first came up, if you mix it
Hmm.
to a perfect degree, bro, it's
Yeah.
easy. That's easy money right there.
Yeah.
Paid.
Bro, cause I do like doing it, bro. Cause that's I noticed that's my biggest songs. But then sometimes I'll drop a. It's just I be thinking, okay, my song being played like around in a car, like people driving or at a club or some shit, or like to perform like.
This
I,
song right here. This is the one where I was like,
oh,
this is
you
this is
fucking
his
with
shit.
excitement? That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Me and Sadie, bro. Shout out to Sadie. Me and her actually got an R&B album on the way.
A whole
I actually got a
album?
whole R&B album on the way. Like we
Damn.
actually got one on the way. Speaking of that, shout out to Sadie, bro. So yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that we. I didn't forget about it, but I forgot. Speaking of R&B, that I have been making some R&B shit. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get on the singing vibe because those are my biggest songs. But I gotta find a balance. I gotta find a balance because it's just like sometimes I get in my mode, I get in my creative mode, and however I'm feeling, I be like, I'm gonna record how I feel. I feel like back then when I used to make more of singing songs, it's just because like that's how I was feeling, and now I be like on some turn shit. So I be
Yeah.
yeah,
That's for sure.
but yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely get on it though.
So I saw your Instagram clip the other day, and you were talking about the process of how you made that song "Family Guy."
Yeah,
So I was hoping maybe you could tell the story here on the pod on how you made that song. That seems to be like the one that people connect to you the most.
yeah, bro. So okay, so this was last year. Not really last year. This is April. So this is last semester for me at my university, Texas University. So I was my roommate used to always be home, and we had a studio. So I'm used to where I record. I record in the closet, but we had a studio, and our closet didn't have no doors or anything. And he was like always home, and I haven't dropped music in a while, and I just got my headphones back. I had lost my headphones for a long time, and I always do that. But yeah, I had nowhere to record or anything because he would always be home on the game or stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna make a song like right in front of him. So one day, like I think I was out of class, and my homeboy he had class and stuff, and my girl she had class for something, or she was I don't know, but I went to the library because to just go up and sit there. I was like, bro, I gotta record, and they have this little pod, like a study pod, like a study pod probably as big as where you not even as big as where you see behind me. Like this little area I'm sitting in, it's like this big, and you sign in, you're supposed to sit in there, do your work in there. I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, I could low key go in there and like record some stuff
Or
because I can close it. But mind you, I'm in a library, so there's people. I'm faced right by the elevator, so people coming out, they see me in the elevator. But I'm like, fuck it, I gotta record. So I'm inside the pod. I get in the pod and I'm just looking up beats. Oh, shout out! No, that's one of my favorite artists right now, Booth Pack Mookie. He's
okay,
underground. He's going up. I be on his beats a lot. Like, that's one dude I made. I use his beats, his type beats a lot. But I searched that up and I found that beat and I was like I missed that beat and
okay.
I was in there and I just started. I don't know. I just started recording. Like people were walking past and everything, but I was like, I didn't give a fuck. I just started recording and I was like, damn, but if I can come in here and record, I can just record like a whole album or whatever, like damn near.
In the
But
pod.
I recorded that in the morning, and I remember I used to just listen to it. Like I used to listen to it. I was like, bro, I listened to it like every day. I was like, I gotta drop this. But I started ever since I made that song. I would start going in the pod in the mornings and just recording songs. So at this point, I got like 4 or 5 songs, and I haven't dropped in a while. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna drop an album. And so I actually made like 5 songs in that pod. Like I made like 4 or 5 songs in that pod, and yeah, I used to just listen to that a lot. And then I finally ended up finishing the album. I pushed that out, and that was just I think that's the song that catch people attention. So when I first dropped the album, I put that song over it when I dropped the track list and stuff, and then I would promote that song, and then I would drop videos, I promoted and everything. So people really stick with that, and people everywhere was messing with it. So like my people from back in Dallas was messing with it, people from Houston was messing with it, and then you got the fans that I don't know they were messing with it and everything. So I really fuck with Family Guy. I've been promoting that since like April.
I was gonna say I see a TikTok of Family Guy like 17 times if I'm on TikTok. I'll just be scrolling for every other video is just JGlizzy, Family Guy. I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I've seen this video 16 different times, but I'm gonna click like every single time. Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And TikTok, bro. I'm not gonna lie, TikTok. I don't be getting like a crazy amount of views on there, but I just got to the point. My senior year, I was dropping TikTok. I was doing the same thing. Like, I was doing TikToks for the song I had called Drama or whatever. But then I eventually got to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm not getting no views. I'm gonna stop doing TikToks, and then I stopped doing it. Then like my views started
Going
declining.
down.
Yeah, it started declining. I stopped dropping like that. But then I got into the habit of doing it again. I believe going back into college, like going my first year into college, I started doing it. So it's just like every day I'm like, oh, I gotta upload something, and it helps. Like I don't get the crazy amount of views, but the people that do come past it, they'll comment like, oh, what song is this? Is fire? Like I have people follow me, be like, bro, how have you haven't blown yet? Like I got people that put their friends on and stuff like that. So TikTok is, bro, for artists, you got to utilize TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that type of stuff because you can get a fan from all the way across the state, but he heard your music and he fuck with your music. Like it's just, I feel like with artists, like music is so subjective. Like you can make music and your friend might not mess with it, but there's an audience for everybody. So if you make a song, there's somebody out there that listens to that type of music. It's just the matter of fact if you're gonna find them or not.
Facts. Fucking So when it came to music, how did you know this is something that you wanted to do or that you even could do it? You know what I mean? Like what was the thought process when you first were like, I'm gonna try? Like what inspired that?
So I was so in 2020, where was this? In 2022, I want to say, or 2021, my sophomore year, I found this app. The app I still use to this day. I found it, and
Oh
I
the
yeah.
yeah, we ain't gonna plug it because we're not sponsored, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I know what you're
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, I found it. And I was just playing around on it, like on some stuff, like just literally playing around. Like it was just on some jokes. Like I was not serious or whatever. And then this dude told me, yo, make a song with me. And he actually been making music for a while. And I made a song. And it was so bad. Like it was so bad. But I wasn't taking it serious. I was playing basketball. Like I wanted to go to college for basketball and everything. So I was just really hooping. That was just some other stuff. And I deleted the app. Like I didn't use it for a while. But my junior year, we ended up moving to DeSoto, Texas, and out there I had my own room and everything, and I was far away from where we originally lived, was Arlington, Texas. So I was just by myself a lot. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna download this. I don't have time to do stuff because I don't have a car. I didn't have a car or whatever, so I couldn't just go drive. Like when I went to school, I was hooping, and you just sitting at the house. So I just started making stuff. Like I started making more stuff, and I'm sending it to my friend, my twin, bro, Beyonce. Shout out B, and he was just like, bro, like this is actually smooth, like low key, like this is actually cool, like you. And I just started recording like every day, every day, every day. I'm like, damn, like I fucked with my music. Like I want to say, oh, what is the first drop I ever put out there, bro?
Yeah, what was your first song? Because Family Guy sounds like more of a polished version of you. So there had to have been a rough patch where you were like,
No,
damn.
bro, my first ever song. Well, my first ever song, ever where I'm not taking it serious. There was a song I dropped called Diamonds. That was back then, that year when I told you I was playing around. But when I was like, okay, I'm trying to make a serious drop. My first drop was actually, I think, versatile. Me and my twin, me and my homeboy, we did a album together because I was like, bro, like this app, like you can really make music off of this, like you can really do it. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna teach you how. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. And then he opted on it, and he could do it, and he didn't need auto tune or nothing. So we made a conjoined whole album called Versatile or whatever. And then, but he was like, I really want to cut hair. Like I don't really want to do this shit like for real. And I was still trying to hoop, so I wasn't taking it serious. But some stuff happened and I wasn't hooping like that, and I just had more time to just make music, make music, make music. And then he was like, I don't really want to do it like that. So I was still recording and stuff like that. And I started dropping on YouTube. I would drop on YouTube only. And I remember I used to still have the app banner under my drop.
Yeah.
Like like I had the app banner and everything. Like And I remember posting it. I used to post my music, post my drops, like, oh, I just dropped. And none of my friends on my story, like everybody see my story and nobody go click to. Like 100 people see my story, or people in my spam see my story, but I got 2 views. So that's the part when you first become an artist, you're like, damn, like should I do this or not? And but the music wasn't good for real. I'm not gonna lie, the music wasn't good, but it's just the fact like you see it in front of your face, you act like you don't see it, and I got 2 views. But then I don't know, I just kept on making music, and then I made this song called Drama. This when I made this song called Drama, that's when I felt like okay, I can make music for real. So because I made that, and that was a remix to Drake's Drama, Drake and Roy Woods Drama.
That was a good ass song.
Yeah, I made a remix to that, but it wasn't the best mixture or whatever. But it was like catchy or whatever. So this is when I first started really being on TikTok. I would get on TikTok and I figured out I put your audio on there, and I was putting it on there, and then people started commenting. Like I started getting like interactions, and so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna post, I'm gonna post, I'm gonna post. Like the real stuff you see me doing right now, I was doing that like my junior. I started doing that like my junior year summer, going into my senior year. I was doing that like every day, and then people were seeing, oh, just drama. So at this point, my friends are starting like, oh, like this song is kind of cool. Like they playing the song, they posting the song in their story and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, like okay, I got decent support. And oh, yeah. That song hit. I started joining Discords and stuff like that. I first downloaded Discord and I was sending the song to people and they were fucking with it like. And then that song ended up hitting like uh my first 100. That was my first 100 on SoundCloud. That was my first ever 100. And I felt like so accomplished when I got my first 100, bro. I was like, damn, dude. And then it hit 1,000. That was my first 1,000 too. And I was like, bro, I can really go with music. So the whole 2023, I literally dropped a song every single week. Like
That's
I wasn't,
dedication, bro.
bro. Like I seen a thing. I don't know who I seen said it. That's when I used to like watch a whole bunch of interviews and like study artists. But some artists said like the more you drop, like when you're not known, don't hold music from people because nobody's anticipating it. So the more you drop, the more you're giving yourself a chance for somebody out there to like hear you. So this is when I started getting the promoting side too. So I'm dropping and I'm like promoting the song a little bit, like how I know to, like just a little bit. So I'm getting interactions and stuff. And yeah, like I started making songs and then um I made a remix to Jace Blush. So the artist I was telling you about, Jace, I fuck with, I made a remix of that. And then that song, I checked my Spotify, I downloaded Spotify for artists, and I had like 2 monthly listeners one day. Then I checked, and that song, I don't know how much song that much had, but I had like 795 monthly listeners after just having 2 monthly listeners like a week
That's a
ago.
big jump, bro.
Yeah.
Huge.
So then once I noticed that, I was like, damn, like that's a lot of people. Like my twin used to tell me, he used to be like, bro, imagine that much people in front of your face. That's why, like, when I get 200 views or you get like a low amount of views, bro, imagine that many people in front of your face watching you for what you're doing. Like 790, that was a lot of people to me. So I'm like, damn. And then I noticed like every day, like it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. And then, yeah, I stayed at like, I was at like 800 for a little bit. And then I made a remix to What You Heard by Saunders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I noticed remixes were doing like well, so I was on like a remix vibe, and that's when I was doing the R&B, and I did a remix to that, but I didn't really like it. So I don't think people actually know for that song because that's my biggest song. That's about to hit 200K. But
Damn.
yeah, I don't know if people know, but the song that's the What You Heard the regular version that's out, that's actually the slow version, and the version I have that slowed is actually the regular version.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it says slowed, but that's the original version I made. But I had slowed it down because I didn't like the mixing of it. So I slowed it down, and that's the one I had released or whatever. But I dropped it and I posted it like it was on SoundCloud. Like like when you drop a song, you just repost, oh y'all go look, and that's all I did that day. And then I used to just go to practice and everything. I used to just chill. And then one day I looked, and I had like I don't know. Like, it was a lot of views. It was like I think I don't know. It was like 5,000 views. I think that's when I noticed it was up. It had 5,000 streams, and I had like I think I had like 2,000 monthly listeners. Like it went up to 2,000. I was like, damn. So I started checking it like every day, and every day I'm literally getting like 10,000 like streams on it. And I'm like, damn, like, I'm not even promoting it. So at this point, I'm like, all right. But this is like it didn't blow like that till like a month later. So I dropped this and didn't promote it, didn't think nothing about it, nothing. And then a month later, it's blowing up or whatever. So I'm checking, and then every day it's getting 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. And then eventually I look, and then my senior year, I want to say, yeah, it was like 80,000. It was like 80,000 my senior year. So yeah, that's when I first started getting. That's when they first started saying I could start getting paid off of it, off of my music, and they started paying me a little bit, but I couldn't know how to cash it because I was too young or whatever. But
Of course.
yeah, that's my biggest song right there, and I didn't expect that to blow. But once that first drama hit 100, I feel like that gave me the little boost I need to be like consistent. And then once what you heard that song blew up like that, once it hit that 10,000, I see my first 10,000, first 5,000. I was like, thousands of people are like rocking with me for some stuff that I did in my room in the closet. So I really locked in after that, and I feel like I got potential after that.
That's what I like about you as an artist in general, because you don't even have like an actual recording setup like the way most artists do. You're literally
Yeah,
doing this from headphones and a cell phone,
right,
and you're getting all this traction. So
right.
I think that speaks volumes, because most people don't start music because they use the excuse they don't have equipment and they don't know
Yeah,
where to start. I'm like, bro, you could start by just doing it. You don't
you
even gotta have equipment. You can just get on Instagram and start doing some acapella shit and
right.
just get your shit going. You
That's
don't
what I'm
need to have
saying.
equipment.
Yeah, like and that's how it is with anything. Like with anything you want to do, your thought process of, oh, what if I can't, or I can't, that's what's gonna make you not be able to do it. Like if you overthinking about it, like if you just go do it, you're gonna be able to do it. And with anything, like of course you're not gonna start off the best. Like me, I don't feel like I'm just like this great. I haven't been in this studio yet. Like I feel like I don't even have my potential that I need to hit or yet or anything. I'm not like the greatest artist or anything, but like everything you start off, you're not gonna be the best, but you're gonna progressively get better as you put in the work. But people be wanting to immediately like,
Instant gratification.
yeah, like you know what I mean, and that's just like not how it works majority of the time. Like some people get that, but you gotta work like with everything. So
I feel that, bro. So we're gonna hit this segment where it goes into the title of the podcast.